Hey guys and gals, welcome to K6 Outdoors. My name's Kyle. Today we're going to be making some cages to protect these little guys behind me on the ground here. These are Techni arborvitae trees, and the ones on my west side of the property have been here since we've lived here and are like 10 years old, maybe 11 years old at this point, and they're 15 feet tall. We planted them on this side as well to get some, coverage for privacy, as well as I think it'll look nice having them on both sides. They're new to us this year, and I want to protect them from the wintertime. I mean, here in Iowa, at least, we have a lot of rabbits, and what I want to do is protect them at least for a couple of winters till they get big enough to be able to withstand a little bit of damage from some critters over here on the west side of our property. Like I mentioned, when the snow gets tall, the rabbits look for food, and I can tell you, based upon what I've seen, they like to munch on this stuff, and I don't want them to kill the investment behind here on the ground, and I don't have to redo all that work. So we're gonna do our best to protect these guys behind us. And I want to show you guys what I'm going to do to protect them using this welded wire I picked up at our local home improvement store. We're going to go ahead and cut these to length. We're going to zip tie them in a few spots. I've got some landscape staples we're going to use to put them in the ground. This should be a low cost and easy way to protect your plants or trees or shrubs or bushes or whatever it is whatever you may be from critters like rabbits. Now deer are quite a bit taller obviously and can munch down in there, but we don't have a whole lot of deer problem at this specific spot. So let's go ahead and spend a few minutes. I'll show you guys how I'm going to build these and show you the finished result in the end. Stick around. All right, so we're out here in the shop, and we got some welded wire here. If you guys really care, it is the Yardworks brand from Menards, the big box store. It's vinyl coated wire. Good for property, garden enclosures, pens for small animals, galvanized with a vinyl coating, or perfect for keeping rabbits away from your arborvitae, because that's what we're going to use it for today. This is a 2-foot tall roll, 50 feet long, made out of 16 gauge steel. It's pretty, rigid compared to some of the other, woven wire and that type of stuff. And it has a 2-inch by 3-inch, pattern. So what we're going to do, to get 8 of these out of 50 feet, you do the math. 50 divided by 8, you carry the 1 divided by 0. And that gives you, 6 foot, basically. Or really, just a hair over 6 foot. So I'm going to lay it out here. We're going to measure it out. We're going to snip them up. And then I'm going to show you guys how we're going to attach them together using some plastic zip ties, cable ties, whatever you guys really want to call them. I don't technical terms. I'm getting tight for space here in the shop. I need to get a yard build a small pole barn, something, but I need to get more space. There's just not enough room, and I got way too much stuff. Maybe I just need to stop buying things. That'd be a good start. Probably isn't going to happen. We're just going to go there, and we're just going to snip it off using a good pair of snips. When we get these all put together, like I said, we're going to use some landscape fabric ties to hold down the ground. It's going to be good enough for what we're doing. Or some people would say good enough for the girls we date. You get the idea. Let's get some stuff out of the way. Just keep repeating, cut them all to length. You get the idea. Do yourself a favor, get some nice American made, snips, Midwest brand, made in the USA. Tell you what. Not everything you buy in the US anymore is worth it, but a good pair of metal snips will take a guy a long way. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to take the 2 ends and using these little zip ties, we're going to bring her together and stitch it up nice and tight. Now you can, when you pull this tight here, you can cut it off if you want. You could use baling wire here. You could use duct tape. You could use whatever you'd like. I got a bunch of these little tiny zip ties sitting around that don't have a whole lot of good purpose for much else. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use them on this. And the other nice thing about doing this, well, if you really want to, you can reuse them, which I'm not. But, you know, it's cheap and it's fast. You know, that's kind of the point here, is to do something that's not going to take a ton of time, but it's going to be effective and, you know, and it's going to last. You know, because there's a triangle. You guys have probably seen, you know, time, cost, and quality. In this specific instance, I'm trying to go with the quality and the time. I'm going to do it quick. I'm going to do it decent, but it's going to cost me a little more because I'm using a little better wire. You can see how here it's kind of self-standing by itself and you know, hold its shape. So now what we'll do is we'll set this out around the bush, and we're going to put a couple of, you know, fabric staple stakes down into it to keep it from moving. And, you know, rabbits can't get in here and just chew on the bark and kill the little, you know, arborvitae, which is, that's the goal here, is to keep these things alive through the wintertime. Mother Nature's hard enough on the way it is, and cold weather sometimes kills these little guys, and I'm going to give them the best shot to not get eaten. Because with my luck, we're going to get 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 foot of snow, 18 billion rabbits are going to come by and eat everything. And at least in this specific situation, we can do our best to prevent that from happening. So we got one done. We got a few more here put together, and we're going to go out and put them around these arborvitae and see what you guys think. We have nice black vinyl coated galvanized wire. It's going to last, and it, you know, it doesn't look tacky. I think it looks, you know, pretty dang good for the amount of money you got in this. This roll of I think wire was like $24. So I can protect 8 trees for 24 bucks. So for $3 a tree, I can keep them from getting eaten. It costs much more than $3 a tree, so I think it's worth the effort. And worst case is, how are you using for something? Maybe it's a trellis in the garden. You know, I could put it next to some posts, and we can have green beans growing up them. There's all sorts of options. I can almost guarantee you this isn't the last time I buy something and plant in the yard. So this stuff will be good and handy in the future. So let's go ahead and drop them on the little arborvitaes out front and see how they look. All right, now we're going to take a couple of these fabric staples, and we're going to just put them down here on the bottom, push them in, push them tight to the ground. It'll keep the cage nice and tight so the wind can't blow it over. And so out here we got the cages around the plants. It's looking good. It's going to keep the rabbits from getting up there and, you know, eating down here on the important part of the tree and killing it, because, well, I can tell you based upon these trees over here behind me, that's what they wanted to do. And, well, we're going to stop that so they don't kill these. We've got a little bit of money invested in these trees, and I don't want them to die. So that's the short video on how we took care of that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did give me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. If you're not part of the YouTube family, I would encourage you to join and follow along. It's a good time. I enjoy sharing this information with you guys. Some of this is basic knowledge. This isn't even something crazy. But, you know, it's a good opportunity to share with you guys something I do as a trick to help, you know, maybe help you guys learn so you don't have to learn the hard way. Thanks again for stopping in. My name's Kyle. Take care of one another. Stay warm. We're going to be getting into the freezing temps here shortly. So take care. I'll catch you guys in the next video.